Hey, welcome to the marketing webinar. The purpose of this webinar is to give you some strategies and give you some ideas to, frankly, to grow your practice, to get your message to more people. And if you follow through and do these things in this webinar, you have no other chance other than to grow your practice. We're going to look at some different strategies through this webinar, marketing strategies that actually work. And these are strategies that we've used in our office over 30 years in practice to grow a massive practice. These are strategies that many of our clients use in their practice every day to get great success. So here's the big problem is that many chiropractors struggle with marketing that either feels outdated or very ineffective. So what happens is you do a lot of marketing, but you get no shows. You end up with empty appointment times, and that's no fun. You attract the wrong type of patient. So you're running pain-based, low-cost ads or doing things that are getting people to with the mindset that all they want is quick pain relief. They're symptom-based care seekers or one and done tire kickers. And again, that's no fun either. And what happens is many marketing strategies fail to generate a steady, predictable flow of ideal patients. So we want to change that around. So in this webinar, we're going to break down proven strategies in 4 key areas. And like I said, if you're doing some type of effort in each of these 4 key areas, you're going to have a steady stream of new people. And if you do it properly, they're going to be qualified new people. They're going to be people that are seeking you out for the unique care that you deliver. So the first thing is referrals. So turning happy patients into practice advocates. People refer people like them. So that is always a great strategy. Internal events. So engaging your current patient base for more retention and more referrals. External events, getting your brand in front of potential lifetime patients, and then paid online marketing. So how to use digital ads effectively and profitably. So let's dive into this. So the first thing, referrals and referral strategies. Referrals really are the foundation of a thriving practice. Well, why are they important? Well, your happiest patients are your best marketers. A strong referral system creates a consistent flow of new patients at very little or no cost. And remember, people do refer people like themselves. So if you're good at attracting families into your office and families are engaged in your care, they're going to refer other families. If your focus is on pediatrics, you have a lot of parents or moms with children with neurological problems that you see and have great success with, they're going to refer other moms. So providing proper education to people is a great way to help people to understand exactly what you do and the reason and benefit for lifetime chiropractic care. They're going to refer other people with that mindset. So you may be the best chiropractor, but it doesn't matter if people don't know who you are. So that's why having a great education system and proper marketing strategies are absolutely vital to grow a long-term, lifetime wellness-based practice. So effective referral strategies. You could do these things. You could do a care to share program, in which case you incentivize current patients to refer with small gifts. And you want to do this ethically and compliant to use gifts like a free visit for their family, maybe a gift card for some products that you sell in your office, some sort of a wellness gift, maybe a free massage. We've actually had programs where we had a referral month where we actually had a raffle for an iPad for anybody that referred people in. They would get their name in a draw and we would raffle off an iPad. We did it for a bicycle as well. So you can have some fun with it. You can do family and friends days. So offer existing patients a special day to bring in a friend for an exam. And during these days, sometimes we would have a special event. We would have it catered, have some snacks, some hors d'oeuvres, maybe even a wine and cheese in the evening if you want to go that route. Or you could have some entertainment, some live music, and just make it fun. You can do social media shout outs. So start asking your patients to share their success stories online. Video testimonials work fantastic. And if you're not collecting video testimonials, I would encourage you to do that. We had a video camera. It was actually just an old iPhone set up on a tripod in one of our adjusting rooms. And anytime somebody had some success or they said something really positive about their chiropractic care, we would say, hey, can we get that on video? Because many people need to hear that story. And we'd bring them in, even if it was a 30-second clip, ask them a couple of questions, get that video. And we had multiple videos that we could use online, or we actually made a reel of all of them together that we'd play in our office on the big TV in our office. And then doctor-led patient education. So when patients deeply understand the lifetime value of chiropractic care, they're more likely to refer. So having a patient orientation or a patient doctor's report or doing advanced talks in your office that all tie into lifetime chiropractic care and the benefits of having a nervous system that functions clearly and freely without interference is really vital for building a long-term practice and attracting referrals. So here's some of the pros and cons. Pros, obviously, referrals are very low cost. You can get high quality patient leads and it builds trust. Some of the cons, though, it's slow to scale and it does require patient participation. So you need to get your patients engaged in what you're doing. And the investment needed to get some referrals, really, you could spend little to nothing. But if you do spend a little bit, you could have some small incentives, just print off some flyers. You could have some gift cards, gift certificates, occasional gifts, or affiliate programs for patients to refer other people. And the expectation is chiropractors with a strong referral system can expect 30 to 50% of their new patients to come from word of mouth alone if you're really interactive with your patients and you create a great culture in your office that people want to bring their friends and family to. So the next thing, internal events. And again, internal events keeps patients engaged and referring. Engaged people want to bring other people to your office. When they become disengaged, they start missing appointments, they don't show up, they quit care, and they're not going to bring their family, they're not going to bring their friends in. So keeping them engaged is very important. So why it's important, your current patients are your best audience. Keeping them engaged creates loyalty, retention, and more referrals and some top internal event ideas. So you can do patient appreciation days. These are fun. It's just a special theme day. You can do them on special holidays, St. Patrick's Day, Valentine's Day, an Easter celebration, whatever that may be, whatever resonates with you. Decorate your office, put up some streamers, have a special day where patients can bring guests and enjoy some giveaways, some raffles, whatever the case is, just to make it exciting. You can do live workshops and you can do virtual workshops, whether it's a webinar or a live workshop. We did a monthly nutrition talk in our office and we would have three separate nutrition talks, 102 or nutrition 101, 102 and 103. And we would just rotate those every month and talk to people about weight loss and talk to people about building a healthy nutrition plan to have great energy and how it affects hormones. And people love that stuff. So doing these on a regular basis, you'll start to attract an audience and it gives people a reason to stay in your office and want to be there long after the symptoms are gone. So health-related topics such as stress, posture, pregnancy, that educate and inspire. You can do chiropractic challenges, like encourage patients to commit to some sort of a care plan, like a 90-day wellness challenge. Or you can do some office contests, like bring a friend, as I mentioned. You can do some raffles where both the referrer and the new patient can win a prize. Pros and cons of internal events. Well, it strengthens the patient relationships. It increases retention. It's really very low cost lead generation. The whole thing is that it does involve some effort. So you need to book some time. Sometimes and most of the time it's in the evening, maybe a Saturday, whatever the case is. But even to do that once or a couple of times a month, the value you get out of that and the return you get out of that is huge. So it does require some staff effort, some planning, and obviously the results are going to vary by practice. But I would just say make that a regular topic in your staff meetings and staff trainings that you're talking about what are the next events. We often had a calendar that was booked out at least 6 months in advance where we would know what's happening on a weekly or monthly basis. You can spend $100 to $1,000 per event, depending on how big you want to make it. Have some prizes, get some catering, put up some decorations, have some print materials, some giveaways. And the expectation is well executed internal events can increase referrals by 20 to 40% over time. This starts to build, especially if you do it regularly. So my suggestion would be is don't do this reactively, like, hey, we got to get more new patients, or man, our practice is dying, so we got to put some events in. Plan it out on a long-term basis, do it over the next 6 months to a year, and watch what happens because each event builds on the last one. The third thing is external events. So getting chiropractic care in front of the right people. Well, why is this important? Well, there's a whole community that has no idea what you do. And you can be the best chiropractor in your community, but if nobody knows what you do, they're not coming to see you. So why is this important? Well, chiropractors who dominate their local market show up where people already are. So look for events in your community. It might be home shows, it might be special, events or marketplaces or whatever the case is. But the best external event strategies, it could be a community health fair or health exposition, where you set up a booth and offer spinal screenings. And this could be something as simple as having two scales and doing bilateral scales. You can get some sort of a spinal analysis machine, a SAM unit. Or I've seen chiropractors go out with their thermal scanner and start doing scans and talk about how the nervous system is affected by spinal misalignment or subluxations. And there's all kinds of different ways to do it. But even if you had a table with a spine and just started waving your spine around and talking to people about the importance of having a spine that's looked after, that's functioning well, to take pressure off their nervous system so their body can function and flourish, that is huge in itself. Local business collaborations. You can partner with gyms. And that was something that I did regularly, is go out and do talks at gyms. Gyms love that because it brings more people to the gym. It gives the gym a different perspective on the community and just adds some value for their members. CrossFit events and CrossFit boxes, pregnancy centers, corporate wellness programs. There's all kinds of things. And there's support groups and places that would love to have a speaker. So all you got to do is just start picking up the phone and just asking to be involved. How can I support you? Schools and sports screenings. Schools and sporting teams love to have a team chiropractor. And if you want to volunteer your time, often you'll go and volunteer your time, and that's a great way to get your name out there. So you can offer free posture screenings at local schools and sporting events, or you can become a team chiropractor for some of the local teams, donate some of your services, even if it's once a week, and you start to get known that way. And lunch and learn talks are really, really popular. Most businesses would welcome a guest speaker come in to have a corporate wellness program. You bring them lunch. It might cost you a few bucks to do that. Maybe it's $10 or $15 per person. But if you get yourself in front of 20 people to spend a few $100s to do that, often you're going to really inspire those people. And those people are then going to build some trust with you and want to come in and see you. So pros and cons. Well, it builds local authority. It generates warm leads. It's very, very cost effective. The cons is, obviously it can be time intensive. You have to plan this out and you have to plan to donate some of your time to the value of getting yourself out there and getting yourself known. The investment needed, it might be 500 to a few $1,000s per event. Could be booth fees at a screening, maybe materials, giveaways, promotional items. You might have to hire a staff member to come with you to some of these events. But chiropractors can expect 10 to 20% of event attendees to book an appointment when done right. So get yourself in front of 20 people. You're probably going to get two or three. If you're really good, you might get five, six, maybe even half the group to want to come and see you, depending on how well you engage with that group and how receptive they are to you. So bottom line is you just have to do it and you get better at it over time. The last thing is paid online marketing. And obviously, I'm going to spend a little more time on this one because this is huge. And for most chiropractors now, you're doing some form of paid online marketing. It might be Google ads, TikTok ads, Facebook, Instagram, whatever that is. If you're not doing this, you're falling behind because people are looking for help online. People are getting to know you online. So building your online presence is absolutely vital for building a big practice and absolutely vital for getting your brand out into the community. So this is the fastest way to get new patients. Well, why is this important? Well, organic marketing takes time. Going out into the community, it does take your time. If you're doing events in the office, it does take your time. Absolutely, it does. It's important to have all of these angles considered, but online marketing is a way to do this where it doesn't take your direct time. So paid advertising allows you to scale very quickly and attract high quality leads if it's done properly. So here's some of the best platforms and strategies. Well, Facebook and Instagram ads are the absolute best way to get your brand out there. It's a way to educate and attract ideal patients through engaging ads. And typically, what I always suggest with our clients is video style ads. So running generic ads with a low cost offer is really not a good way. It's what we call transactional marketing. It typically brings in lower quality patients. And let me define that. When I say lower quality patients, they're looking for pain relief. They're just looking for a quick fix. They takes a lot for them to engage. So they might see your ad, they might book an appointment. Many of them don't show up. It can be very frustrating if it's not done properly. So, one thing I always suggest to our clients is we want to build a brand for your office. We want to engage people to let them know exactly who you are and what you do, how you deliver chiropractic. And of course, as we all know, there's many different ways to deliver chiropractic. There's so many different niches within our profession. We just have to accept that. But it's important, whatever resonates with you and how you practice, to paint a picture online so people understand who you are and what you do and what you're delivering, and don't paint you in the same box or in the same corner as all of the other chiropractors that they've seen in the past or all of the other ads that they see and just expect that you're just the same. So Facebook and Instagram ads, it's a great way to educate and attract ideal patient through engaging video and image-based ads. Google ads capture high intent patients searching for chiropractors near them. And this is where it's different. Google ads are good, but they're attracting people who are already looking for you. So in other words, those patients are going on Google and they're searching in chiropractor near me or back pain treatment near me or chiropractor in my city. So they're intentional. They're already what we call solution aware. So they're looking for a chiropractor. So if they see your ad and they click on your ad and go to your website or your landing page and decide to come to you, they're ready to purchase. They're ready to start care. Okay, that's the difference. But it's a very small percentage of the population. Typically, Google ads bring in people who are around 3% of the population. They're the people that are looking for you, solution aware people. Whereas Facebook and Instagram ads are marketing you to a population that is not looking for you. They just get attracted by your ad that creates some attention. It grabs their attention. Maybe it's an ad that's talking about a certain condition or certain problem that they may be having. So they're problem aware, but they're not solution aware. So that's why when we do Facebook and Instagram ads, we have to attract their attention with a really good quality ad that's branded to you and then create some education as to why you're different, why they should choose you versus all the other chiropractors who may be running even a lower cost offer than you are. Why would they choose you? So this is where it can get very intricate and tricky to make sure that your campaign represents exactly the brand that you want to build. That's where it's important. So Facebook and Instagram ads cater to a population that's around 50%. It's actually statistically 47% of people are problem aware versus the 3% that are solution aware. So it's getting to that huge market of the problem aware people and educating them properly. That's where it can be very, very effective. We can also run retargeting ads. So people that have seen your ad, maybe clicked on it and not booked an appointment or not done anything, or maybe booked an appointment, not shown up. We can retarget those people with ads because obviously they're problem aware. They just didn't have enough motivation or enough urgency to actually follow through and show up in your office. So we can do retargeting ads to get them at the right time or put your face and name in front of them at the right time where they're finally ready to follow through. So it brings back website visitors or landing page visitors who didn't book an appointment the first time. So they can go into this retargeting market, and that's a hugely warm market. Landing pages and funnels, we can guide them through an educational journey before they book. So sending them maybe video clips of you talking about who you are and what your office delivers as far as chiropractic goes. We can send them video clips of testimonials where they can actually have some social proof and see other people who have been through your system and had great success in your office. And then we can also provide a welcome video to let them know what to expect when they do decide to come into your office. This is who you're going to meet. This is who is at the front desk. When you drive up to our office, this is where to park. You're going to be here for 30 minutes or 45 minutes. So plan on that time of your day. You're going to fill out some forms. In fact, we'll send them to you over your email. So it's a great way again to build some trust. And these are all of the things that we can put into this system to help build that trust for that patient. And that is the biggest thing, because the more touch points and the more trust you can build with every single lead that you attract through your online marketing, the chances of that person converting to your care plan or staying past the time that their symptoms are gone become a lot higher when you build that level of trust. And here's the biggest thing too. No matter what type of online advertising you're doing, you have to have the baseline stuff in place. So have a good website, have social media pages that are actually engaging. If you're not posting on your social media, or you don't have a team person posting on your social media, or if you don't have a website that truly represents your office, it's time to upgrade that, because people are checking you out. Have a Google business page that's collecting reviews, and maybe have a filter campaign where you're filtering those reviews. So you're only publishing 4 and 5 star reviews to that Google business page. We can help you do that. So again, creating more reviews and having a system where you're actually responding to those reviews will help your Google rankings. You'll be searched at a higher ranking on the map. You'll show up higher in Google searches. And these are all important points on creating this online brand and online presence. Well, pros and cons. It's very predictable. We can give you really good ideas and good strategies on the amount of ad spend that you would be spending and what type of leads you're going to be getting. The key is there's hundreds of marketing agencies that will run ads for chiropractors, and it's easy to get leads. People respond to ads on Facebook and Instagram and typically will submit their information. But the key is, where you win or lose is how many of those leads you're actually engaging in conversation, engaging in whether it's AI, whether it's automated text messages. Maybe you have a live appointment setter, a virtual chiropractic assistant that's working on your behalf. We can help you with all these things. But the more that you can engage these people, the better chance of a higher percentage or majority of those leads actually showing up in your office as new patients, as opposed to a very low percentage. I've seen so many marketing agencies attract 60, 70, 80, 100 or more leads per month for an office, but that office only ends up with 1 or 2 visits over the month. That you're just wasting marketing dollars. So having these things in place are very, very important. So the cons is obviously requires a budget. And ideally, when you look at your overall marketing spend for what you're collecting in your office, I'm going to say it should be around 10%. You should be budgeting around 10% of your office collections to your marketing campaign. So if you're collecting $30,000 a month, you should be budgeting $3,000 a month for your marketing. And that includes everything. That includes whether you're putting that towards events in your office, live events, lunch and learns, online marketing, whatever that is. So if you want to grow, you have to budget these dollars to put into marketing to get your name and your presence out there. The investment needed, like I said here, $3,000 a month, typically on average, and recommended ad spend. And I'm going to say this is probably a little on the low side. Most clients will do $30 to $50 a day, so $1,500, $1,000 to $1,500 a month in just ad spend to create that online brand to really get some return on your investment. And the expectation is, with the right targeting and messaging, chiropractors can expect a 5 to 15 return on your ad spend, which is very, very reasonable. And many of our clients are getting, 10, 12, 15 times what they're putting into their ad spend back by the time those patients come in and sign on to care in their office. So it's a great way to start to build your practice. So how to maximize your ROI? Well, no matter what the strategy, here's really what you have to do. Here's what it comes down to. So no matter what method you choose, success depends on clear positioning. So you want to attract lifetime care patients. If you're constantly advertising symptom-based care, you're going to attract symptom-based patients. And when symptom-based patients come into your office, they stay for either what's expected in their mind of how long it may take in their mind for those symptoms to leave. And if the symptoms don't leave, they're gone. And a lot of times, if they get great results and the symptoms do leave, they're gone. So, having these things in place to start to educate people on the benefits of long-term chiropractic care are really important for building a retention practice, not to mention the transformation that those patients will have on their overall life and their overall health, being proactive about their health instead of reactive. We need to create a consistent branding. So figure out who you are, what you deliver, how you want to deliver it, and start putting that out into the community and make it consistent. So your message and visuals should align with your philosophy. Running ads to be reactive or transactional just to get new patients in so you can make some money is a never-ending hamster wheel. You have to, once you start attracting these low cost, pain seeking patients, you have to keep doing that because typically they're not going to stay in your office. So create a consistent brand, let people know who you are, what you stand for, what your mission statement is, what your philosophy is, so that you can start to build a team of warrior patients who really understand the culture that you're delivering and who you are in your office. And then having follow-up systems. So 85% of new patients don't book on the first contact. So we need automations and we need systems in place to nurture those people and build trust. That is the biggest part of this game, is building trust, letting people know who you are, what you do. And that's the important thing that we really have to establish in your office. So if you want some help creating a marketing system that works, nothing happens until you move. So if you're serious about scaling your practice with a marketing strategy that aligns to your mission, then let's connect. I'm happy to set up a call with you and talk to you. And hey, it's not just about running ads. It's about creating a strategy that attracts people into your culture. First of all, putting the systems in place in your office so that those systems are there so that you can handle the onslaught of new people and educate them so that they stay, so the back door is closed, the side doors are closed, so people don't keep falling out of the leaky bucket, and your practice starts to grow. And then you can maximize your advertising dollars because you're not constantly spending tremendous amount of money to try to get more and more new patients, or what we call replacements, to replace the ones that are leaving. So we can talk about different strategies on how to do that. So if you're serious about scaling your practice with a marketing strategy that aligns with your mission, let's connect. Book a free strategy call with ChiroThrive Practice Solutions with me, Dr. Colin Elkin. I'm happy to get on the call with you. You can uh, use this QR code that's on the screen, or I will leave a link to my calendar below, and you can click on that and just send me a message and set up a call. I'm looking forward to speaking with you. All the best, and keep serving.